headaches came back, I had gone to the doctor to talk to him about it, and I got a prescription from him for a painkiller called Percocet that I could take when I needed it. And what happened from there is I took it as prescribed for a year or two, and then one day when I took the tablet, I felt a change. I felt like a key had turned in my head. What that tablet did for me is it filled that space inside that I'd felt all my life. That feeling of being not good enough, and the feeling of loneliness, and always looking for something outside of myself to make me feel better. And this tablet did it.
A few years ago, we met up at an event, and she said, I'm back at work, everything's going really well, and I'm really excited, and my life is so much better now. She said, but you know what happened last week? And I said, well, no. And she said, night shift, we're in the lounge, everybody's checking their email, and one of my colleagues says, let's find ourselves. Let's go to call the CNO, find a nurse. She said, I just felt sick.
This was a difficult case. So the ONA had brought a previous case challenging the way that the college dealt with members with mental health issues, and it was on behalf of a member in recovery from bipolar, and had had a lot of success in that case, and so we were very heartened by that and hopeful for that. But it became clear to us after some period of time that the college was not prepared to apply sort of the benefits of what had been achieved in that case to members in recovery from addiction, who are the vast majority of members who are coming before the Fitness to Practice Committee. It was the word incapacity that was up on the website. It was telling your employer that you were found incapacitated, that nurses didn't understand why they would be treated that way because they were actually back at work and approved to be back at work and working well, and yet still being called incapacitated. So there was a real, it didn't fit, and it was very stigmatizing. So that's gone. So that there were not going to be findings of incapacity anymore for this group. So that was important. Another really important thing was minimizing the amount of information that would be publicly available on the website. So there will be some information still posted at the very beginning. The wording of it has changed and is more minimal and makes reference to the person having entered a voluntary undertaking, which is very different from being found incapacitated. But probably most importantly, there's a process now to apply to have that information taken down once you're further into your recovery.
Once a nurse had been found to be incapacitated and had had terms, conditions, and restrictions on her license, even after all of those were lifted, for a period of at least 6 years, the past history stayed on the college's public website. So what that meant was a nurse had been deemed to be healthy, a nurse had been deemed to not need any restrictions to protect the public, and nonetheless, sitting on the website under a section called Past History, it said she had been found to be incapacitated by the Fitness to Practice Committee and what those conditions were. So if it said she couldn't have access to narcotics, that's what it said there. And now, as part of the settlement, the moment those restrictions are lifted, that past history is no longer going to be there. It disappears.
This decision, oh, it's at the top. It's truly at the top. And I know people have said to me, well, we know it's just, a small number of our members in the grand scheme of the 62, more than 62,000 now that we represent. But I said, this is really what it's all about. This is about some of our most vulnerable members, people that we are charged, I believe, with stepping up and in front of and doing the battle for them when they're least able to.
It may just be a small number of our members who have faced this issue. but they really have worked so hard. And as healthcare professionals, they always have in mind the dignity of their patients, and also the importance of the privacy of their health information. And so all I can say is it's about time that the college has recognized those same things in our members, those same rights.
This was an opportunity for me to do this for the other nurses coming up and coming. I wanted to help them. I wanted to be of service to them. I want to change the way things are. If I have the chance to do it, I want to change the way things have been, and positive changes for them up and coming. That's why.